Hey everybody, Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. We're a venture capital firm focused on pre-IPO companies with investment funds for individual investors, family offices, financial advisors, and institutional investors. All right, so I got a pre-IPO company update here for you for the week ending 21 April 2023. Today we'll hit on big company news from Klarna, Discord, OpenAI, and we'll talk a little bit about Fusion, large capital raises, and individual pre-IPO company stock performance update for the week. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about fusion first. So nuclear fusion occurs when two light atomic nuclei merge to form one single heavier atom, and that process releases a huge amount of energy, no carbon emissions, and a very limited amount of radioactivity. So in short, if fusion power becomes a reality, electricity would be effectively free. So in December of 2022, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California achieved a net gain fusion reaction. That means that more power came out of the reaction than they put into it. And that's a major, kind of a huge scientific breakthrough. So imagine being able to invest into companies that working to make fusion power a reality. Naturally, venture capital firms and several notable billionaires are all over this. So let me run down a few for you too. A few for you here. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, which offers the now famous ChatGPT, which we'll talk about later, and Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal, Palantir, and venture firm Founders Fund, invested into Helion Energy. Helion has a $3.7 billion valuation as of their last primary round in November of 2021. Marc Benioff, the CEO of Salesforce, and Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, are in Commonwealth Fusion Systems. It has a $1.8 billion valuation as of December 2021. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is in General Fusion. It's a Canadian company. I love that name. It's a play on General Electric. Vinod Khosla, which is co-founder of Sun Microsystems and founder of the famous Khosla Ventures, has Realta Fusion. And Chris Sacca is a venture investor that counts Twitter and Uber as early investments. He's in Avalanche Energy, which is a $130 million valuation. This is April of 2023. They just raised. So several of the companies that we've highlighted here are using AI to help them accelerate their progress in commercializing fusion energy. So another kind of instance where AI pops up. Many scientists believe that we're years away from cracking the code here, so it's not that far, right? A couple decades back, they were like, this is like never going to happen. Now they're thinking we're just years away. So keep your eye on the developments in nuclear fusion power and the companies working to make it a reality. I think we're going to see some really interesting progress here in this space over the next few years. Okay, Klarna, the payments company, has made some huge changes to its app experience. So as you know, Klarna, you can use Klarna at merchants to do, buy now and pay later. Effectively, Klarna gives you kind of four options to pay. One, you can do an installment loan that you pay off over four bi-weekly payments. You can just do kind of a straight up pass through to your debit or credit card. You can delay a payment 30 days and then kind of have like a traditional credit card financing experience as well. So Klarna added like a TikTok inspired discovery feed powered by artificial intelligence. It can also customize. They added customized shops for social media content creators and the ability to sell secondhand goods. So all three of those things were kind of updates that they just put into the app. The new design would help users find an item that they want by using more advanced AI recommendation algorithms, while merchants will be able to target customers more effectively. Right? The AI also built a personal profile of shoppers based on their shopping behavior and which brands they like. And then Klarna's AI will then show recommendations from Klarna's network of 500,000 retailers, which include like Nike, H&M, Instacart, etc. So Klarna has 150 million users, including the users accessing their online checkout tools via retailers. So it's clear that traditionally in payments, and now they're trying to move into the kind of like shopping app to compete with Amazon and eBay. I think it's a really interesting move. I anticipate that this will drive advertising revenue for the company. In the future, it's already at 10% of total revenue for the business. So I think that number is going to go up. Klarna management is also forecasting that monthly profitability is going to happen in just a few months' time. Okay, got some financial stats on Discord. So Discord makes money from subscription fees. It's an online social media site, primarily focused on gaming. And it's so it increased revenue in 2022, 44% to 445 million. That's a big revenue growth, but it's down from 2021 revenue increase of 126%. So 126 in 2021, increase in 44% in 2022. The company posted a $66 million EBITDA loss in 2022. The Q1, we got a Q1 number. Q1 2023 EBITDA was down a negative 11 million. And that's nearly double what it was in Q1 of 2022, a year ago, which was at 6 million. Fidelity also has recently marked Discord's valuation down to 9.4 billion. That's down 36% from its last primary round in 2022 at 14.7 billion. Okay, last one. OpenAI is gearing up to offer business-focused version of ChatGPT. Obviously, you knew that was coming. ChatGPT for Business will let companies maintain control over the data that they generate. And also, so give you a couple examples of that. So users can turn off their chat histories to prevent OpenAI from using their data to train their language models, which is obviously a huge deal if you have like proprietary data. You don't want that going into the model and perhaps somebody else getting access to it, or customer data going to someone else. So that kind of privacy aspect is big. And there will also be tools to help business customers develop their own customized tools for individual users without compromising the privacy. So not only privacy for the company data, but also privacy for the individual too. So keep your eye out for this one. If OpenAI can get this right, I could see it having a huge impact on white collar jobs, right? Meaning like there's going to be less of them, or the day-to-day work that will happen be very different than it currently is today. You're already hearing stories where, copyright teams are being reduced from like 20 people on the team to 5. They're using ChatGPT to generate content, and then the 5 people are effectively becoming editors. They're not writing anymore; they're editing, right? Which is obviously very different. Okay, let's talk about big capital raises for the week. No new unicorns this week, but just a few highlights. Getter, the grocery delivery company, pulled in 300 million at a $6.5 billion valuation. That's a massive down round. Their last round was in March of 2022, had the company at $11.8 billion. So I think we're going to see a lot more of these down rounds in the coming months, as some of these companies that have ran out of money, maybe aren't able to tap the debt markets or don't want to tap the debt markets, and they're just biting the bullet and going out to the equity markets and doing a down round. Odeko, which is an online restaurant supply company, raised a $54 million Series D at a $604 million valuation. That's a 35% increase from its $447 million valuation Series C in October of 2022, 7 months ago. B Capital Group led that round. And Cosmos AI is an AI for retailers, raised the Series B at a $500 million valuation. That's a 390% increase from its $102 million valuation Series A in August of 2020. So that's about 3 years ago. Okay, last up we got pre-IPO stock performance for the week. Pre-IPO stocks were down for the week, 1.41%. The S&P 500 was down 0.09%, pretty much flat. Year-to-date pre-IPO stocks trailed the S&P by 21%. So not a great year so far for pre-IPO stocks. Year-to-date, Kraken and SpaceX are the stars, up 6% and 2% respectively. 7 pre-IPO stocks in the index are down over 20% year-to-date. Discord, Stripe, Airtable, Brex, Epic Games, Chime Bank, and Flexport. It's a rough year for those guys. Kraken had a great week. This past week, it was up 8.78%. And then on the other side, Brex was down 14%. Stripe was down 8%. Revolut was down 5%. And Flexport was down 3%. Okay, that's it for this week. If you have any pre-IPO stock research needs, please reach out. I'd love to dive in with you. We're standing up an OpenAI fund now. We got a lot of demand, about just over $1 million in demand for OpenAI. So we're going to stand that fund up. And we're also bringing another SpaceX fund in June. We got about verbal commitments for about $2 million, $3 million there. So we're going to go ahead and bring a SpaceX fund in June again. And we just closed our April SpaceX fund. We have $5.7 million raised. Great raise. So if you'd like to get an OpenAI or SpaceX exposure, please reach out. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next week.